Samoa next, and then Argentina will take on Australia. And here is your commentator, Nigel Starmer-Smith.
Well, their last met in Glasgow, as you saw there, but so much under the bridge since then. Close encounter is what you might expect. Samoa won in Glasgow, France beat Samoa in Dubai last season. So here's the French side. One of the three squads with no new recruits in their lineup. Bit of a change here, perhaps a surprise. Inigo coming in, taking over as the playmaker for Burahua. I think they'll want to try and make the use of the pace of Bruno Delmas. But a lot of experience there. Very competitive against South Africa in the Cup quarter-final. Here are Samoa, 5 new in their squad, 2 of them in the lineup. The 2 being Patrick Fa'apale and Leo Lolo, but very good captain. He's played very well for his side, Afa Iono, and the experienced 2 of Alatasi Tupu. Depth of experience there, but they're missing their flyer, of course, injured on the first day, Tom Yosefo. There is Alatasi Tupu in his 38th tournament, and the man who played way back in Dubai in the last Rugby World Cup sevens. Referee, well, he's 27-year-old from Wellington, New Zealand, raised on a dairy farm in Manawatu, civil engineer by profession, and he made his debut here at the Gold Coast Sevens in 2011. Well, you may lose in the Cup quarter-final, but you may as well try and win the plate. This is the plate semi-final, the first one. Samoa just puts it perfectly onto the 10 metres, and it taken on well by Selisele. Fa'apale and Iono on this left wing here. Drifting defence by France, but he's still got a bit of space. Iono tries to offload. Good work by Mazue, who held him. Ball went forward. Bit of a fortunate moment that for France.
Well, there is the coach of Samoa, Fa'amoni Lalamilo, and he's taken over obviously from Stephen Beetham, and the wonderful job that Stephen Beetham did with the Sevens. They'll be disappointed, to be honest with you, Nigel. They had higher hopes for this tournament, but there is some silverware on display, and they'll be wanting to win that plate that they lost last year to Wales.
Stephen Beetham going up from sevens to the 15s coach. Now this is Albaladejo. Been very much an ever-present since he first played in 2008 in Dubai. France have it, and away by Mazue. Not a very clever pass into Zambelli. Whoops, and Dinio did well to take hold of that. He's the captain of the French side. They are one of the most powerful tacklers in the game, Samoa. Breakaway though, and Dinio hasn't got the pace to go the whole distance, but he's looking for support. Comes in a bit from Logel. This is Dalinia.
Down, off the feet.
You've got to stay on your feet. You've got to get up quick, because it's very quickly taken by Fa'apale. He's one of the new boys. Oh, had he caught it, it'd have been home.
He did everything so well, didn't he? The quick tap, the awareness that there was no sweeper in behind, the grubber kick, and it's just the nature of the rugby ball, the way that it bounces. The young 21-year-old, though, from the Vaiala club in Apia. Have a look at this. This is class. Just denied by the bounce of the ball there. Just bounced up a bit too high for him.
Wasn't kind, was it? It's a really irritating ball sometimes. The ovoid. So here's Vincent Inigo.
Crouch.
Started playing 6 years ago and represented France then. He's only played 6 times up till now. Rahua is on the bench. It surprised me, actually, Bill. Willie. Oh, I nearly called you Bill. Fa'apale. Some of these Samoan players looking a little bit ragged, a little tired, some of them. And the breakaway is by France with Mazoué. Inside here, the try, Logel. Well, where was the defence? They were wilted. They were jogging back, and there was no one there to cover out. No sweeper, no anyone.
Yeah, the problem was that it actually came free from this ruck here. The ball was there, and the next person, Tupou, went in, but the ball was free. Fa'apale couldn't get across in time, and that's a wonderful start for Logel.
Well, they've certainly upgraded their level. Been very competitive. They beat Argentina, they beat Portugal. They're the first team to give South Africa a real competitive game in the Cup quarter-final. Strange, because last week they started out with a Cup final in Dubai and made the semi-final plate here in PE, and went down through the season. Got a 7-point lead. Well, that was a bit of luck. Ilamayava. Wide out is Tupou. Scragged by Renaud Delmas. Flicked away by Lolo. Some famous names, of course, missing anymore. Uali Mai, Lola Lui, and Fao Saliva, who's such a cornerstone of their forward effort. A little knock on. And you can't suddenly replace people like that, can you?
Yeah, well, you've mentioned some great names there. And Uali Mai, 142 tries, 1,300 points to his name. And as you say, Lola Lui, Samika Makaeli, Alafoti Fao Saliva, Paul Perez.
Yeah, well, he's gone to France, I think. He's playing out there, and in fact, Lola Lui might come back. He's been injured.
Crouch.
Levassa as well. Ken Pesey. They had some tremendous sides.
Nigel, am I right in suggesting that Uali Mai attended something like 79 events, 70 odd events?
Yes, the most of anyone.
Incredible.
Absolutely extraordinary. Started in 2000. Played right the way through till 2011. Albaladeja take a bit of a knock there. He's back on his feet again, having to play the sweeper. Gets back up now. Once again, Tupou on the left wing. Delmas holding up. Fa'apale. Afamasanga. Well, all the ball in Samoa's hands. This is Sele. Always. Has he got the whole way? Not quite, just short. Advantage here.
Advantage over.
Wide from Deniau to Delmas. Now he's the quickest man. They'll not catch him. He's away. Desperate dive by Afamasanga. But Renaud Delmas, well, I thought they'd try and set him up. He hasn't really shone in this tournament so far, but he shone then. Played every game last season. Scored 28 tries one season. 09-10.
Well, that's his 59th in his career. His third here on the Gold Coast. Look at that, inside, outside, no substitute for pace. And he just flew off. It was Afaiono who went down the right-hand side for Samoa. And just in the form of getting to his feet and trying to replay the ball again, he knocked it forward. France knew that the space was out wide, and that's where the second try came from.
To give France a 14-point lead at half-break. 14-0, and a good start for France. Some while since they got the silver at the plate level. Morel. Surprised not to see Bouratois starting. He's certainly fit. He's on the bench. Very much a playmaker, sometimes too selfish perhaps, but very talented. I think he'll be on soon.
Well,
warming up now.
Hasn't affected the 2 tries, has it? So
No, absolutely.
he's a great player to bring off the bench as well. I did see him last night, Nigel, with an ice pack that he was applying on his hand.
Well, he did have that injury, didn't he?
Yeah, and so I
think he got dislocated, and maybe...
I just wonder whether they're saving him for that final as well, if they can get through here, so...
Could be the case. Well, the substitutions at this stage of the tournament are particularly significant. Bringing on the players with fresh legs.
You don't need a PhD in science to know that Samoa need to score next. They have to be able to close the deficit.
Blue.
James McPhail blows the whistle. 7 minutes to go. This, who just joined us, the plate semi-final. Of course, we've got the Plate Cup. The Plate Cup follows it later on, and before that, the excitement of the semi-finals of the Cup. Masanga. I get the impression that there's a fitter French side, you know. Their defence has been far better than I've seen in recent times.
And what I've enjoyed is their ability to actually attack as well, because Samoa are always physical, and that there, the presence of mind to hold it up, because they know that if they can get the ball, they'll get the turnover and the scrum. And I like their aggression at the breakdown as well. They're sending in players to ask questions of Samoa's body position. Turned over a couple of times in the score.
Number 8 there, Jonathan Logel. He's only 19, but he's impressed me. And he's certainly his weight and worth his position in the start lineup. He's not yet fully contracted. He's still with the Racing Metro.
Touch.
15s aside.
Sit.
But has the 7s as his priority. Albaladejo has to leave it.
Down.
And it's Samoa who pile on the floor.
Jeez, Logel, 19, is a big unit.
Yeah. Vincent Inigo gives it to Zambelli. Another who was present in all the 9 tournaments last season. 23-year-old. Versatile. He's sometimes in the forwards, but he's in the midfield this time. That was well picked up by Inigo, the scrum half here. Now Mazue, again, as you see, being much more physical than usual in the past. Candelon is quick, and this is Albaladejo. Albaladejo pirouettes through 2, gives the ball to Zambelli. He's going to make it as he slides, just short. Well held up there, right on the line. Samoa keep him out. Where's the ball coming France's way? It is. Albaladejo, Mazue uses his weight, his strength. He's behind the posts, and he scores. Well, that's 3 tries to 0.
Now the perfect start for the Tricolors. Too much pace. Well, strength really. Look at this. Got on the outside of the Samoan captain, Iono. And he just, the first 2 metres were here. He accelerated. Then he knew that he had the angle and the power to break through.
You're absolutely right. It was the angle, wasn't it? Diagonally, and hardly stopped someone of that weight. Even a big guy like Iono.
Some fresh legs that you mentioned as well. Terry Orohua, he's on, as well as Steve Barry. So good replacements to bring on for France.
You're right. Normally in their first lineup. Look at the ball given away in that pie chart. 8 times given away by Samoa. criminal, really. And it's 21-0, just 3.5 to go. Terry Bourahoua then, one of the star scrum halves of the Stade Francais for 4 seasons in Paris in the 15s. But then was cut out and went to the 7s. Sweeping here. Well, desperate times here for Samoa. 3 tries they've got to get in the space of 3 minutes. Has been done, but it's pretty rare. Into the hands of Tuigamala, one of the new boys, 22-year-old. Asifa Amatala. Fa'apale.
Holding on.
They're holding on, they're just giving away, and away goes Terry Bourahoua. They really have given ball away this time. It's not normal of Samoa. Good driving on here. Once more, French ball. Bourahoua pops it up into the hands of Steve Barry. Barry, who came to 7s out of Stade Rochelet. Bourahoua again. Mazoué. He's set the example, hasn't he, of the forwards, and Bourahoua gets away. Now then, he's got one man to beat. Little chip and chase. Going back is Fa'apale. Ball goes dead.
22.
And back to the 22. Well, an interesting stat is that Samoa scored 10 tries yesterday on day 1. They've scored 1 today. They conceded 7, and they've already conceded 6 in 2 games. So what a difference 24 hours makes. And look at that, Fa'apale just shadowing Bourahoua, making sure that the ball goes dead.
Well, looks as though there's a bit of bang there on Mazoué. He's gone down. He's still down. Hope he's not concussed. But desperate times now. It's really all over. Afayano sets it up. He wants something by consolation. Wide from Tululu into the hands of Liololo. Good cover tackle there by the French defence.
Galenia, that pretty much sums up the defence of France today.
Isn't it improved?
Wow, incredible. I can't believe I'm watching the same French side. That is that concussion, or that is the head clash from the 22, the restart. Have a look at this. There, bang. Tuigamala on Mazoué, and he hasn't moved.
No. 21-year-old Jean-Baptiste Mazoué's had a tremendous game here. And he's now back on his feet, but very groggy. Started out in a junior club called Figeac, then went to Brive, one of the top 14 clubs. Now has been, for the 18th time, tournament in 7s.
What a difference in attitude from France.
Well, it is. It's transformed, I must say. They're taking it far more seriously now. It used to be sort of like a holiday around the world for some of them, I think. Not anymore. Arbela Dejo still attacking from behind their own line. Well, they can play like that if they want, because they know they've won the game. It's 21-0 and there's 40 seconds to go. Comfortable feeling that. There's a try here, though, and it's given by Leo Lolo, 23-year-old new boy, and that's his, what, 5th in the tournament.
They quickly converted because they want to get back and see if they can close the gap by even more. He should have scored down the left flank, but this is where the counter ruck. Look at this. Samoans are on their feet, all rights to the ball, and Lolo picks it up, dives over in the tackle of Gobele. Second try on day 2 only.
Last couple of seconds, it could be one back. Well, it is consolation. Alatasi Tapu. But there again, France are saying no. Our line is our line of defence. Tuigamala is held. It'll be a penalty that'll be played. Asifa Amatala held up again. It's a different France performance here. And away with Terry Bourahoua. But knocked on, but it matters not because it's all over. There is the final whistle from James McPhail, and France make it in to the plate final. Very convincing too.